Yeah, let me share the screen again. So, thank you very much for attending. See, in the yesterday classes, Krishna, I was speaking chapter 7. Krishna said that Maya Sakta Manapartha Yogam Injun Magasaras. So Krishna said that Maya Sakta Manapartha Yogam Injun Magasaras. Asam Sam Samagrama. Asam Sam Samagram Tat Nasasi Masrum. So you can understand me, or you can begin this Krishna consciousness Bhakti Yoga by the process of hearing. And he told in the last verse of 6th chapter that Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratma manaha Sadhavan bhajate jomam swami yuktitama mata. Out of all yogi, bhakti yogi, that means who is practicing Krishna consciousness is the highest. And for that you have to hear. To practice that Bhakti Krishna consciousness, you start hearing Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu. If you do not hear, if you love somebody, you hear about him. That is the symptoms of love. First thing that you hear. And if you do not love Krishna, you do not hear about Krishna, man, that means you have no love for him. Or you have no urge to hear Krishna, means you actually do not take up that, okay, I should love Krishna consciousness. Of course, the love will develop over the time, but you should adopt the process that how to love, how to develop my love for Krishna, my process of hearing. If that is not there, then whole things are spoiled. Your foundation is wrong. You may put big tilak, you may show so many big devotees, so many good associations, is useless actually. Whole idea, our thing is hearing process. Srila Prabhupada said that I have created 108 center. Why? To give an opportunity for the people to hear, to come and associate with devotee and hear. Whole idea is that. Even after you do not understand. Srila Prabhupada said that when I was not initiated, I used to go to my Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. I used to sit and hear. I do not understand whatever he says. He was saying very high, lofty platform. I don't understand zero actually. Even he is speaking in a mother language, Bengali, both are Bengali, Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Even after he is speaking in my mother tongue, Bengali language, I also do not understand anything. But he liked me. Why he liked me? Because although I do not understand, I hear. I sit down and hear. Therefore, he initiated me. Even after you do not understand, if you simply come and hear Krishna Katha, Krishna will appreciate it. Okay, at least he is hearing. Although you do not understand hearing, not everybody will understand. Understanding Krishna is also very difficult. Even Vyasadev, today's topics is even Vyasadev do not understand properly. After writing so many literature, he is dissatisfied. So today theme is Narada Muni is coming and instructing to Vyasadev. What's going on? After writing so many things, Veda, Vedanta, you are still dissatisfied. Why? Because not proper hearing. This hearing is very important. Without proper, somehow you do not understand, but endeavor to hear. That is important. Those who are not hearing, immediately you take it that he is a neophyte, he will remain a neophyte, he will not develop. Because Shastra says that those who are beginning stage, they do not like to hear because they are so much jaundice patient, they do not like to take the medicine, sweet. That is the thing. So their medicine is to take this one. They medicine, even though they do not like, just like a jaundice patient, you give them chocolate or a sweet, Cadbury chocolate. It is bitter for them. Why? Because jaundice patient, the tongue is just like that. If they take this sweet, it tastes like a bitter. So that is the reason that why. Now, what is the cure? Cure is that you continue to take that sweet slowly, because medicine itself is sweet for jaundice patient. Although neophytes, when you are in neophyte stage, we do not like to hear. We deliberately dodge hearing. Deliberately dodge Shastra. But that is the medicine for our advancement. If we do not hear, we cannot advance. That is the medicine. Krishna said from the beginning, Srinvatam Sokatha Krishna Punya Sravana Kirtana. In Bhagavatam also it is stated, very beginning, how to execute bhakti by hearing process. And Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, beginning of 7th chapter, which is Bhakti Yoga, that Maya Sakta Manapata Yogam Yogam Injan Madasra. Masrino, Asamsam Samagram. Yet Nasasi Tatsruno. You hear from me. By hearing process, you can develop power, we can develop our bhakti. The foundation is wrong, then everything is going to collapse. We will be stagnated. Whole movement, if the devotees are stagnated, only one reason. They have diminished their work, diminished their appetite for hearing. Bona fide hearing from devotee, or reading, hearing, these all the things, hearing from Prabhupada. The appetite has been lost. So as a result, they stagnated. For 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, they have been in the movement, but they have stagnated. Bhakti is not that everybody doing bhakti in the same level, no. Krishna also distinguished 4 kinds of people come to me, but they are not situated in all are not situated in same things. Those who are in knowledge, they are very dear to me. Why? Because they are hearing, they know how to advance. Bhakti means you must develop the detachment, knowledge and detachment. That is bhakti. So much sentimental provocation is not bhakti. Sentimentally I am coming because Krishna is very good, very beautifully decorated in Hare Krishna temple, very nice prasadam. This is not the criteria. This is the preliminary criteria maybe, but actually this is not the eventually ultimate criteria. Ultimate criteria is to develop that knowledge and detachment. Bhakti paresanubhava virakti. That is the test. If we are failing the test, we are cheating actually. You may say that I am having fever to our mother like when we are child. But if there is a temperature thermometer, if the mother is testing the temperature, it found it's normal. That means cheating. Similarly, you may pass as a devotee, but if you are not hearing, this is not accepted. Is not accepted. So hearing is very, very important thing. So let us come to our theme like Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So last chapter we have discussed about the Narada Muni, Srilla Vyasadev, how he has divided the Vedas and all. So after dividing Vedas, he has compiled so many literatures and all. And but he was not satisfied. The author is itself not satisfied. How the readers will be satisfied? The author itself is not satisfied. How readers? Supposing if I am speaking, if I am not satisfied with my class, with my speaking, whatever I have got received from the Prabhupada, then how you will be satisfied? First of all, one author should be satisfied. But here, Vyasadev, the author of Vedanta, Vedas, Vedanta, Purana, everything, all Vedic literature, he himself said that I am not satisfied. Kimba Bhagavan Dharma na prayana nirupita priya paramhansanam tavhi achutta priya. Why? Because this may be he's speculating, he's thinking like that. This may be I did not specially point out the devotional service of the Lord, which is dear both to perfect being and to the infallible Lord. See how this is a very important point. Devotional service of the Lord is both dear to Lord and also perfect being, liberated person. Then Narada Muni reached the cottage of Krishna Vyasadeva on the bank of Saraswati. Just Vyasadeva was regretting his defect. He was thinking, I have a defect. He is introspecting that after compiling so many literature, why I am not happy? Why it does not give me satisfaction? So while he was contemplating like this, then Narada Muni came. Then the 5th chapter started, where Narada Muni is giving instruction to the Bhagavatam. Narada's instruction to Vyasadeva. Narada Muni now inquiring Vyasadeva, because Narada Muni is a teacher, spiritual master. A spiritual master knows the disciples' defect. So Narada Muni is, when Narada Muni came to the cottage of Srila Vyasadeva, so Narada Muni questions that you have prepared wonderful work, but why you were so despondent? Very nice work you have done. Because you have done studied proper. I mean, your studies were fulfilled. Then no doubt you have prepared a great, wonderful work. Mahabharata you have compiled. You have compiled Mahabharata for those low class of people or those who are non-intelligent people. You have done for the intelligent class of people Vedas. You have divided Vedas, Atharva Veda, Sam Veda, like this 4 Veda, Rig Veda. In this way, you have divided 4 Vedas. Then you have also compiled Purana, Samhita, so many literature you have done. But despite all the things, why you were so despondent? Why you were not satisfied? Narada Muni inquiring. Then Srila Vyasadev is answering, I cannot understand the root cause of my dissatisfaction. I therefore question you about the root cause of my dissatisfaction. He told, I do not. Prachami tvatma bhavatma bhutam. I cannot understand. Just like Arjuna. Same thing in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna also said that. Karpani dosapahata swabhava prachami tam dharma sambuddha chetaha. Hey Krishna, prachami tam dharma sambuddha. Karpani dosapahata swabhava. Karpani means miserliness, weakness in the heart. So I do not know. I am bewildered. Therefore, please instruct me. Sishyateham sadhimam prapanam. So very important person, very important things to approach a guru. Because when we are very perplexed condition, particularly in this material world, we do not know what is good, what is bad, what is to do, what is not to do. You should follow this great devotee, Mahajanas, Vyasadev, Arjuna. They are approaching. Arjuna approached Krishna. Vyasadeva approaches Guru. How to solve the perplexing condition? What is the cause? So therefore, Vyasadeva is saying that you are perfectly correct. Despite all this, my compilation, I am not pacified. I therefore question you about the root cause of my dissatisfaction. For you are a man of ultimate knowledge due to your being offspring of a Brahma who is self-run without money. Narada Muni is the son of Brahma. He is a very exalted devotee. That is the good quality of devotee. Devotees of the Lord, pure devotee particularly, they are also endowed with so many good qualities of the Lord. They are also very perfect by the qualification of personality. Just like Krishna has all qualification, is full of knowledge, jnana. So devotee is also full of jnana because they inherit the qualities of the Lord. They also act wonderfully by his spiritual perfection. They act very wonderful. Just like you see that Hanuman, such a strong devotee, how he achieved jumping over the Indian Ocean, 800 miles of Indian Ocean, burning the Lanka. So many wonderful activities he did for the Lord Ram. That is the qualification of the devotee. They are empowered. Just like Prahlad Maharaj is so small, they are empowered by the Lord by the dint of their devotional service. Therefore, even though Hiranyakasipu tried so many ways to kill, he was protected. Therefore, here Vyasadeva is telling you, tell me what is my wrong. I cannot ascertain. In Narada Muni, very important verses here. So Narada Muni here is telling. So Narada Muni here is telling very important verses. Bhagavata anuditam prayam jasa bhagavata amalam yana vasasuna tusyate manyata darsanam akhilam. You have not actually broadcast the sublime and spotless glory of personality of God. That philosophy which does not satisfy the transcendental sense of the Lord is considered outside. He is pointing out that you have not sufficiently described the glories of the Lord as compared to 4 Purusharthas. You have mentioned every literature, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, but you have not mentioned sufficiently about the glories of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, you are not satisfied. That's a prompt diagnosis. You go to doctor, immediately he will say, oh, you have got cough. You know why you have got. So immediately he will say, why you have this fever? What is the infection? Similarly, Narada Muni is a spiritual doctor. So he knows, he diagnosed very, very fast, promptly, what is the flaws, loopholes of Vyasadev. Although the great says you have very broadly described the four principles, beginning from the religious performance, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, actually. You have not described the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Na tatha vasudevasya mahimahi anuvartina. See, he's here telling, na tatha vasudevasya mahimahi anuvannita. You have not done. You have not done directly and sufficiently broadcast the glories of the Lord. That is very important. Without this bhakti, you cannot please everyone. All this dharma, artha, kama, moksha, you cannot. Therefore, Narada Muni knew as a doctor why you are not satisfied, and what about the speaker, reader, they definitely will not be satisfied. Those who are telling that I have read this 18 Puranas, Veda, Vedanta. Here the author is himself telling that after writing everything, after I am not satisfied, how these people, they will satisfy readers? Therefore, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is very important. Therefore, we are conducting classes not on Garuda Purana or Vishnu Purana for that matter, although it is very good Purana. But no, Bhagavatam contains everything. That's all. No need for any literature. Because after doing after doing all these things, after compiling all the Veda Vedanta, I'm making Shreya Mataji the hostel, so if there is any disturbances, he can stop me close. So, okay, so we are continuing. Oh, I cannot host this double. I cannot have the clear host. So, okay, so we are continuing because of disturbances. We will lose the track now. I will lose the flow also. Anyway, therefore, when Prabhupada was giving classes, so he will be very disturbed when child is crying and all, because there is this is not easy thing. This is not our mundane knowledge. It's a spiritual knowledge. So here it is said that you have not sufficiently described the glories of the Lord, because it will not be satisfied. Many people coming, no, I have read Puranas, I have read Vedanta. Have you read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita? Because literature without without bhakti will not satisfy. Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Brahmamutta Prasanatma na sochati. Brahmamutta Prasanatma. Unless you come to stage of Brahmamutta, and that stage can be obtained only by Mamcha Bhavicharena Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sagunantamatitaitam. By bhakti, you can transcend the all three modes: passion, ignorance, passion, and goodness. You come to Brahmabhutta stage. There are two kinds of stage. Jiva-bhutta stage means materialistic life. Brahma-bhutta means transcendental. So when you surpass the mode, then you will be satisfied. So all this literature is all mundane topics. How to become economically improved, how to go to heavenly planet. All this Veda, Vedanta, they deals with three modes of material nature. And four principles, Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. But Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is Dharma Projita Kaitava. He is rejecting all other this kind of thing. He is establishing the pure bhakti. Nirmat Saranam Tat, Nirman Saratam, Param Nirmat Saranam Sattam. He is establishing the pure bhakti of the Lord. Therefore, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is very important. But nobody coming to hear. What kind of devotees? You should at least, we know we are diseased, but you take now medicine, whether it is bitter also take. It is stated that whether you like or do not like, you eat this bitter, like what is that called, bitter gourd and all, because it is good for health. Whether you understand, do not understand, you read Gita, you hear Gita and Bhagavatam. You are not hearing means you are not curing your disease. You are not curing your disease. That's all. So here, very Narada Muni is now pointing out the flaws of Vyasadev, his disciple. that you have not mentioned, directly broadcast the glories of the Lord. That's why you are not satisfied. If you are not satisfied, how you expect that people who will be reading your books, they will be satisfied. The readers also will not be satisfied. So what to do? Then Narada Muni telling that importance of describing Krishna. There's a difference between a dead literature versus divine literature. Yeah, very important version. Nayad bachas chitra padam hare jasa jagat pavitram pragnita karchit tad bayasam tithamussanti manasa natrahansam nirmanti usikakya. Those words who do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly person to be like unto the place of pilgrimage of crow. Since all perfect persons are inhabitant of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there. That is the main thing. People are not coming to class and hearing because they are crows, they are not swans. In disguise of Vaishnavas, they are just crow only. They are interested in YouTube, they are interested in watching videos and all. They are not interested in hearing Krishna Katha. We sanctify the atmosphere. So auspicious. Immediately you hear it sanctified that atmosphere. Punnanti Triloko. Triloko Punnanti. Very nice. The gopis have spoken. Forget the verses. In 51, 43 something. They say that Bande Nanda Brajastriyanam. I'll take it out that one. I forgot the verses actually. Bande Nanda Brajastri. So Bande Nanda Brajastri. Bhagavatam verses. Yes. 10:47-63. So these are beautiful verses you can see here. Bande Nanda Brajastrinam Padarenum Avisnasaha Jasam Harikatha Udgitam Punati Bhuvanatrayam. I repeatedly offer my respect to the dust from the feet of the omen of Nanda Maharaja's covered village. When these gopis loudly chant the glories of Sri Krishna, the vibration purifies the three worlds. Uddhava is speaking. Three worlds. That is the importance of Harikatha, Krishna Katha. Therefore, here it is saying that where there is no description of the Krishna Katha, this is inauspicious. This is not sanctifying. This is impure. And it is the pilgrimage of crows. There are so many pilgrimages, holy places. For devotee, holy places is like Vrindavan and Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, like this. For a drunkard, his holy places is liquor shop. For a gambler, his holy places is casino. For a womanizer, his place is prostitute place, brothel. So different holy places according to their taste. Devotee also are not in the three same category. Some devotee are neophyte, sometime Madhyamadhikari. Shastra says there are three category. One is pure, one is in the medium, Madhyamadhikari, Uttamadhikari, and Kanishtadhikari medium. So according to their taste, they are inclined to hear. Those who are trying to become second class, they have an inclination to hear. They have an inclination to hear. They want to remain as a neophyte, they are not inclined to hear. They have no taste. It's all taste. How much you have infected accordingly. Just like a liquor shop. He is looking for where is drunkard, he is looking where is liquor shop. Where devotee is looking where is temple. A materialistic is looking for where is the restaurant, nice restaurant. For taking all non-veg. But a devotee taking where is temple, where is Govinda restaurant, where is prasadam. Why this kind of inclination? It's not forced. It's not the imposition on your mind. Oh, I'm forcing you. Oh, you like it. You'll be forced to like. No, it's a natural inclination because of purification. That means devotees who are not interested to hear, they are still infected very densely, very severely, acute infection. They need the immediate attention of the leader of that goshti, a leader of that group. These people are very, very acutely, they should hear. Therefore, Prabhupada has given directive, you must hear. Every day, 2 hours. Why Prabhupada said 2 hours must hear? Fools, you would have told, no, 2 years, don't hear. You go do service. When one time he was giving a classes, 2 of the devotees, they are getting up, proudly getting up, going. Prabhupada asked, where are you going? No, Prabhupada, we have so many services. I am going for this, that. Prabhupada, stop this nonsense. What kind of service you will do without hearing? All your service become very unsuccessful. Without hearing, you cannot chant, you cannot cook properly, you cannot do all other things are very, very mechanical process. And how long you can sustain that service also? Prabhupada said, dry up. Without knowledge, Hare Krishna will be drying up, will close soon, will dry up like this. Simply jumping, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. No knowledge. First thing is knowledge. That intensify our bhakti. That intensify why I should do that. I don't like, my natural inclination is not there for Krishna. My natural inclination there for Khans. Shahrukh Khan, Salman Khan, Amir Khan, all Khans. But spirituality means you have to develop that. You have to develop, or you have to divert that attention, that attachment towards Krishna and his devotees, towards hearing of Krishna Katha, through hearing of Krishna Katha, or towards hearing Krishna Katha. Otherwise, there are so many topics of hearing: economics, politics, Bollywood, Hollywood, sports. Just for a click. One click nowadays, due to the rampant growth of this social media and technology, so many contents are there, mundane contents, mundane topics. Easily you have innumerable, you have a copious content. But the devotee, those who are really wanted, that is called austerity, tapasya. Voluntarily, you accept some inconvenience. No. Although it may give pleasure, but no, I should not take. I should not take. Just like we are fasting on a Nrsimhadev, Chaturdasi or Janmashtami. Why we are fasting? It gives us not, inconvenience. Despite our inconvenience, we are accepting it voluntarily for our good, for our purification. Similarly, despite we have a natural proclivity, inclination for all these things, we should make this austerity. No, I should not. I should hear. When you like, you chant or you hear. When you feel you don't like, you must chant. You must hear. Because you know that you have got a disease. Maya is capturing you. One time, one of the disciple, what is his name? Gargamuni. Yeah, Gargamuni, Prabhupada disciple, very senior disciple. He's still there. He asked Prabhupada, I don't feel like bowing down to you. Prabhupada said, never mind, you bow down. You first bow down, then you will start feeling it. He asked that, I don't feel like bowing down to you. Shall I bow down to you? Prabhupada said that you bow down, you will get the feeling later. So you hear, you don't like, you hear. You will develop the taste later. You are not hearing means you are not taking the medicine. How can you do that? This is called Bayasam Tirtham, means crows. Crows always goes to India. You have seen crows goes to filthy places. But those who are devotees, they do not go. They are swan kind of thing. Although they are same feather, crows and swan are not, they are not the bird of same feather. The different mental attitude is different. Swan will go to clear water, but crow will go to the air. Although both are bird, but they have a different mental attitudes. They are not like crow and take, pleasure in garbage. They are interested in nicely water, nicely decorated with some lotus flower and all. So there are so many different kind of literatures are there. Hearing is nowadays so many Suttavadini Raj, very beautiful verses. Suttavadini Rajendra Ninnam Santi Saharsa Apasyatam Atmatottam Gruhes Gruhamedina. So these verses you should show the devotee that when they are not hearing, then they can come to the terms that what they are. Sottavadini Rajendra. This is the first sloka of Sukadev Goswami, starting with this. Sottavadini Rajendra Ninnam Santi Saharsa Apasyatam Atma Proktam Grihesu Grihemedina. The person who are materially engrossed, being blind to the knowledge of ultimate truth. There are many subject matter for hearing in human society. See, there are many subject of hearing. For as far as ultimate truth, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita is concerned, they are blind to this knowledge. Apasyatam Atma Proktam. They are blind. Why they are blind? Because still they have this infection. Still they are engrossed. Still they are with covertly, they are watching all this mundane video, mundane movie. Therefore, they have mundane hearing is going on rampantly. Therefore, they are not interested. You simply hear Krishna Katha, you will forget that one automatically. You don't have to externally stop that. You divert your thing of hearing, then you slowly get the taste and you get the detachment from the lower. So therefore, Narada Muni is explaining that how it is important that the literature is different kind of literature. One is dead literature, one is divine literature. What is called divine literature then? We have seen that what is called dead literature. What is called divine literature? Divine literature is defining here. That bhag visarga janathaga viplava jasmin pratishlokam avabhavati api. Namani anantasya sankitani yasmanti gayanti grinanti sadhava. Prabhupada was used to quote this verse with his topmost tone and talent. Prabhupada used to write that this verses, Prabhupada write is 1:5:10 actually. Prabhupada write in the Bhagavad Gita introduction. Although my books, Bhagavad Gita as it is, maybe I have so many mistakes in my compilation, etc. But because I am glorifying, I am endeavoring, trying to glorify the Supreme Lord. Therefore, I request, I hope that it will be accepted by the, whom accepted? By Sadhava, the devotee will accept. Although it is not properly composed. Srila Prabhupada himself said, I may not be qualified to write a very nice book, perfect book with perfect metaphoring, ornamental, right phrase, right, so many things. But one thing is good about that content, I have glorified the Krishna. In my book, I have glorified the Krishna. Therefore, the sadhava, the devotees, they will overlook. Oh, he is not so perfect. No, they will overlook. Therefore, the speaker may not be, I may not be a good speaker, good preacher. But I am speaking, I am glorifying the Lord. That's his self-credit. Therefore, those who are devotees, they should not overlook it or should not. Anything flaws is mine, but anything nice things belongs to my Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. But the devotee, they accepted it. Never mind. There may be flaw in their grammar or speaking or the presentation, but whole theme, the content, the essence is glorifying the Krishna. As long as that is there, that considered to be divine literature, divine hearing, divine speaking. Otherwise, it's a dead literature. Without bereft of the Krishna Katha, all other hearing may be beautifully presented, so much good accent, American accent, or very lucid presentations, everything lucid. Maybe the preacher looks very handsome. But if it is not, he is not glorifying Krishna Katha. It's just dead literature. Vyasadev Tirtham, just holy place of crows, not the holy place of swan, devotees. That is the difference. So therefore, this transcendental literature, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, will not only diminish the activities of corrupt mind of the people in general, but supply food for their hankering after reading some interesting literature. See, Prabhupada very nicely said that. That it will not only diminish, because as soon as here, the Bhagavatam Katha, all his dirty things, contamination will purify. But also he will develop a taste for the good literature. Taste for reading or hankering for reading. Otherwise, a patient suffering from the jaundice is reluctant to take sugar candy. But we should know that sugar candy is only a remedy for jaundice. Similarly, let there be a systematic propaganda for popularizing reading of Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, which will act like a sugar candy for jaundice-like condition for sense gratification. When a man have taste for the literature, the other literature which are catering poison to the society will then automatically see. If you are not hearing, if you are not propagating that there is a class and please come and hear, then what they will hear? They will hear about something which is poison. Krishna Katha is Amrita, Tava Katha Amritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibiritam Kalmasopanam. Who is speaking this? Gopis, the great devotee of the Lord. What they are speaking? Tava Katha Amritam Tapta Jivanam. Your Katha Amrita is Tapta Jivanam. You're like Amrita. The gopis are saying, Tava kathamrutam tapta jivanam kavibiriditam kalmasopam sarvanam mangalam siddham matatam bhuvigrinanti guridadana. The nectar of your the nectar of your words and description of your activities and the life and soul of those suffering in the material world. The nectar of your word, this is nectar, not poison. So Prabhupada is writing that if we are not hearing ourselves, if we are not speaking ourselves, if we are not propagating, propaganda, it should be published, shared with everybody. Everybody should come. Why only few devotee will come, few people will be coming, few participants. No propaganda, systematic propaganda. You see the children classes, how they are conducting so nicely. Pursuing, following, every day following, please come, please come, please come here. Then slowly they get addicted. Once addicted, they will start encouraging for that this kind of interesting literature, interesting katha. Because they're naturally inclined to the poison, mundane topics. Mundane topics. Purasekal Alvar is telling, what is that? Asajjametam lokam Sudham people, what is that? Asajjametam manusya lokam Visam pibanti Sudham parityada. What a surprise thing. People are drinking poison like mundane topics, but they are giving up the nectar of Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. What kind of people? They are not taking the Narayana name, or apart from, except from Narayana, they are taking others' name. They are hearing others' name. What kind of devotee they are? What kind of people they are? This narration transmitted by learned says, eradicate one sinful reaction, bestow good fortune. Everybody wants good fortune. They do not know how to get that good fortune. This is Krishna Katha will good fortune. They do not know, I want to be fortunate, I want to be fortunate. Everything should come to very good to me. But sir, you do that now, you take the medicine, you will get good fortune. Medicine is hearing Krishna Katha. You are trying yourself so many different wrong way to become fortunate. Whoever hears them, good fortune upon whoever hears them. See, gopis are telling, the narration and transmitted by learned sages eradicate one sinful reaction. Learned sages like Vyasadev, under the guidance of Narada Muni, this is Bhagavatam, eradicates one sinful reaction, bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Certainly those who spread the message of Godhead are most munificent. We are trying our little way to spread this. We are not qualified, but still we are trying our, that's it. Munificent, they are so good because this is the solution for everything. This is the medicine for all this bhavaroga. Eradicate sinful reaction, bestowing good fortune, filled with spiritual power. This is Krishna Katha. And we are not propagating it properly. We are not sharing it properly. Krishna is very dear, who is actually, Krishna saying Bhagavad Gita, there may be so many devotees dear to me. There are many devotees dearer to me. But those who are broadcasting this message, they are very dearest Not tat manusyasu, not tasman manusyasu priyakirtama. Nobody is so dear to me than him. When people glorify the Supreme Personality of God or simply hear about his power, Lord personally enters their heart, cleanses away every trace of misfortune, just as the sun removes the darkness, or as a powerful wind drives away the cloud. See, this is the thing. How important is hearing? Tremendously important, stupendously important, gargantuan important, paramount important hearing. We don't understand this. Words that do not describe the transcendental personality of Godhead, but instead deal with temporary matters, are simply false and useless. This is false and useless other than Krishna Katha. Only those words that manifest the transcendental qualities of Supreme Lord are actually truthful, auspicious, and pious. This is truthful, auspicious, pious. See how important is Krishna Katha, but we are not interested. What is this? Remembering the Lord Krishna lotus will destroy everything inauspicious. So this is what they are telling about A. So we will move to the A. So we the beautiful verses. That's it. So nice verse, this one. Tadeva ramyam ruchiram navam navam tadeva sassan manaso mahuchavam tadeva sukhanava sosanam ninnam yaduttamo slokojasan guyate. The words describing the glories of all famous personality of Godhead are attractive, releasable, ever fresh. Indeed, such words are perpetual festival for the mind, the dry of the ocean of misery. How much the benefit when you hear the glories of Supreme Lord is attractive, releasable, phrase, navam, phrase always. It's not like the newspaper. I read today, tomorrow I don't want the yesterday newspaper. It's every time ever fresh. Every time you read, you derive the pleasure. It's a perpetual festival for the mind, the dry of the ocean of misery. See, that is the thing, Krishna Katha. So here also same thing Narada Muni is saying, the importance of describing Krishna. It will create a revolution in the mind of impious life. We are all impious. Therefore, we are in material world. That is the testimony of our impious lives, is that we are in material world. So to create a revolution of the impious life of this world, misdirected civilization, such transcendental literature, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest. Although class may not be up to the mark, but by hearing one can be derived a lot of things, because it involves the glorification of the Lord. Glorification of the Lord. Then it's moving to another one. Naiskramyam api achutta bhava. Narada Muni continuing. Naiskramyam api achutta bhava varditam nasobhate jnanam alam niranjanam kutapanna sasata vagramesware nacharpitam karma yadapi akaranam. See, all this knowledge of self-realization, even though free from all material affinity, does not look well if devoid of conception of God. What is the use of fruitive activity which are naturally painful from the beginning and transient by nature if they are not utilized for devotional service? Very nice verse. The ordinary literature devoid of the transcendental glorification of the Lord are condemned here. What is the use of that literature? Also, Vedic literature, speculation on the subject matter of impersonal Brahman, where they are devoid of devotional service, also condemned. Any literature which is devoid of the glories, because without bhakti, everything stands very, stale. Without bhakti, everything stands stale. Krishna do not recognize. Krishna do not accept. Therefore, he said that, what is that he told? Patram puspam phalam toyam jome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti rupartam asnami prayatamana. Why he is telling 2 times? 4 Anustupa Chandra. This one called Anustupa Chandra. 4 lines. He's using the word bhaktya 2 times. Patram puspam phalam toyam jo me bhaktya prayochati. Tadam bhakti rupartam asnami patram. Is it redundant? Not redundant. He's emphasizing that whatever you do without bhakti, I am not going to accept you. I'm not concerned about this. I'm not bothered. I'm not looking at you. That's all. Bhakti is very important. There's beautiful verses in this regard. Without bhakti, everything is just stand still, useless actually, you say. Bhagavata bhakti hinasya jati sastram japastapa apranasya dehasa mandanam lokaranjanam. For the person devoid of devotional service, birth in a great family or nation, knowledge of revealed scriptures, performance of austerity, penance, chanting a Vedic mantra like an ornament on a dead body. Such ornament simply serve the concocted pleasure of general populace. See, supposing you nicely put ornament on a dead body, what is the use of that? Useless. Similarly, everything you do, you may be expert materially, Vedic literature, you could recite so many verses, you are Pandit, but that Pandit, you have no bhakti, is all useless. So Krishna says, without bhakti, Bhaktya mama, what is that called? Bhaktya mama vijananti javanjata samitattva. Bhagavad Gita, every chapter is actually bhakti. One time I will give a class on a different perspective of Bhagavad Gita, what Prabhupada actually wanted to convey the message. Every chapter we find bhakti, from chapter 1 to chapter 18. Bhakti is the theme, that's all. Actually, it's a fact. Jogo means bhakti. Every chapter is a jogo. Jogo means connecting, linking process. Krishna also here say very nice verses, 1155. Mata karma krin, mata pranam, mata parama, mata bhakta sangha virajita nibbasya sarvabhuti. No, sorry. This is 1154. So in these verses, Krishna also say the importance of bhakti. Bhaktya to anannaya sakya aham evam vidarjuna gyantum dastam cha tattena praveshtum cha parantapa. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am. Standing before you can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into mysteries of my understanding. Without bhakti, Krishna, nothing is really Krishna bothers about anything. Only bhakti. So Krishna says, only by practicing unalloyed devotional service with faith in me can one obtain me. Krishna is categorically saying, even one can obtain me only by bhakti. So therefore, all this naiskramyam api achutya bhava, achutya means Krishna, achutya bhava means Krishna consciousness, varjita means without or bereft of. That means without Krishna consciousness, without bhakti, all other thing is very dead. It's like ornamentation of dead body, useless. All your work also should culminate to the point of bhakti. Otherwise, work is binding. It has no value. Whatever you work, engineer, doctor, but it has to come to the point of bhakti. So then Vyasadev is then continuing, Narada Muni continuing giving instruction to Vyasadev that material thing is agitated, but spiritual thing satisfying, pacifying. This is pacified. So Vyasadev, your vision is good. Anyway, very nice. Everything is nice, but only thing that you have not mentioned the, bhakti. You have not mentioned the glories of the Lord. Therefore, it is not good. Whatever you desire, it describes separate in vision form of the Lord simply reacts. See, if anything which is separate, the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati says, anything which is separate from the Lord is like an aversion to the Lord, against the Lord, against the Lord. Everything separate from Bhakti is against the Lord. So it has no value. People are generally inclined to enjoy, and you have encouraged them in this way in the name of religion. So people are already enjoy a spirit, and you are showing, supposing you like gulab jamun. If somebody will come with so many gulab jamun, you start like eating it. Similarly, people are already interested in gulab jamun. Now Vyasadev is giving already interested in sense enjoyment. Vyasadev is giving literature where the sense enjoyment is predominant. Then people will start, people do not know they can go to heavenly planet, but what is the use of that? Therefore, Narada Muni is very strongly telling here, this is very condemned and is quite unreasonable. Very condemned because they are guided under your instruction. They will accept such activity in the name of religion, will hardly care for the prohibition. Supposing I have a diabetes, and if somebody will coming with so many rasgulla, he is inducing me, take, but ultimately my diabetes will go up. Therefore, here it is Narada Muni saying it is not good actually. It is not quite good for you that everybody following you, you are writing all Vedic literature. You should not induce them to again for sense enjoyment. Do this puja, do that puja, you will go to heavenly, you will get good money. What kind of this? You should present bhakti. What is this? So he is condemned. He is condemning chastising his or instructing his disciple Vyasadev. The Supreme Lord is unlimited. Only very expert personality retired from activities of material happiness deserve to understand this knowledge and spiritual. That is very important. Because Lord, to understand the Lord in glory is not that easy thing. Lord is unlimited. Therefore, Krishna says, Manusyanam saharseshu kasya jatati siddha yatatam api siddhanam yatatam api siddhanam. That kasyin ma vyatitato. So out of many thousand, one may endeavor to be Krishna consciousness. Out of many those who are Krishna consciousness, on the path of Krishna consciousness, hardly one gets success in understanding me and go back to Godhead. Not that everybody will go back to Godhead because I am putting tilak and kantimala. So here telling that it's very difficult. It's not easy actually. So therefore it is stated that you should show the due to material attachment, who are not well situated due to material attachment, should be shown the way of transcendental realization by your goodness through description of the transcendental activities of the Supreme Lord. So those who are not good situated, not that in a school everybody is a good student, but those who are not good students, for them you should glorify the activity of Supreme Lord so that they hear it. By hearing process, they purify their contamination. They purify their attachment. And this hearing process is very, very important. Those who wanted to, who are beginning his life, Krishna consciousness, although who is in the middle, who is in already, those who are already liberated, so they always like to hear. These are beautiful verses. They always like to hear. Every moment they want to hear. Just like Parikshit Maharaj, he 7 days he is hearing continuously, without fasting also. That is the quality, symptoms of the good devotee, how much you are hearing. So there's the last verses we will go because I have another Hindi classes is there later on. So there's a beautiful verses we will continue. This is the last verse I will speak. They will continue later. Next week's because this subject matter is very good, little philosophical, technical. Takta swadharmam charanarvijam hare vajana pakyo patettasajadi yatra ko bhadranam Bhavadram abhudamusya kim povatta apta avajatam swadharmata. Very important verses. Prabhupada frequently quoted this. Those who has forsaken the material occupation to engage in the devotional service of the Lord may sometimes fall down while in an immature state. Yet there is no danger of being unsuccessful. On the other hand, a non-devotee, though fully engaged in occupational duty, does not gain anything. This is what Christian, what is that called? Jesus Christ. What perpetuate a man get if he lose his soul? What perpetuates Bill Gates, Ambani, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs, they will get if they are not Krishna consciousness? That is actually meaning of this. That means materially you may be big shot. But if you are not interested in the Krishna consciousness, everything useless. You will start next life as Einstein, your Einstein next life as a 1012 ABC. You will not start with the theory of relativity. Similarly, a devotee on the other hand, he may not be so successful, he give up everything because of Krishna consciousness. He did not properly study also, because he has to chant, he has to do a lot of things, he did not study. Somehow in immature stage he fall down. There is no loss. He will continue from there. He will continue. Krishna say, I give a chance. He will continue. Narada Muni saying same thing. Non-devotee engaged in occupational life does not gain anything. It is transient. Everything will be taken away. On the other hand, devotee, for him it is very nice. Even though he fall down, still whatever you have done, that will save him from going back to animal life. That will save him. Krishna say here, so many verses Krishna say. Solpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahatabhayat. Bhagavad Gita, famous verse. Neha vikramana swasti pratyabana vidyate solpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahatabhayat. In this endeavor, there is no loss of domination, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. See how important this bhakti is. Little bit of also you do. Therefore, hearing is important. Little also you hear, never mind. It is helping you. So many verses in this regard. O King, one who accepts this process of devotional service to the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, will never blunder on his path in this world. Even while running with eyes closed, he will never trip or fall. See? On the other hand, a person without eyes closed, they are openly doing everything going on, what's going on in the stock market, what's going on in politics, business, and he is doing according, very calculative. He wanted to be very perfect, this perfect, that perfect, very bank balance, investment, just like Warren Buffett said that what is that? How much money you have, that doesn't matter. Where is your investment, that is matter. That is all materialistic way of talking. Everybody likes Warren Buffett, Warren Buffett. All these kind of calculative things are there. I am protected. My future is protected. I have got LIC, GIC, MIC, TIC, all these things. So many insurance. I have got land there. I have got property there. I have got car there. I have my sons. They will read in a very high college, in international college, international school. They will get good mark, good job. All this is all security is nonsense, useless. They will fall down eventually. They are doomed to failure. Mogo asa, mogo karma, mogo jnana vichete Krishna. 9:12 Krishna say, all their so-called karma, mogo jnana, mogo asa, hope, their aspiration, ambition, everything will be defeated. Krishna declared in Bhagavad Gita. On the other hand, here Krishna declaring that Krishna Rahugana walking. This is Navajogendra. To Nimi Maharaj. So one who accepts this process of devotional service will never blunder. Although they are blind, they do not know what is going on, what is the material world is working. They are coming to Krishna consciousness. Still they will never fail. They will never fail. That is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. That is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. They will never fail trip. Therefore, bhakti is very important. Krishna consciousness is so important. Bharat Maharaj, the story of Bharat Maharaj, he was a king. After him, Bharat Maharaj was the elder son of Vyasadev. Vyasadev is the Lord himself. So he has got 100 sons. One son name is called Bharat. By his name, the Bharata Varsha has come. Our Bharata India is after his name. So this Bharat Maharaj was very opulent king. In his young, he left his kingdom and went to forest for educating very deeply Krishna consciousness, rigidly Krishna consciousness. But somehow he attached to a deer, he fell down. But still again in next birth, he was taken back to the deer. But he remembers, though he was aloof, this time he was very, very alert, not too unsuccessful in bhakti. Then again he took bath as a Jadabhara. And he went back to Krishna. Although he fell down because he has done something, so Krishna helped him. Therefore it is said that even after you blindly accepted this Krishna consciousness, still you are not going to fall down. On the other hand, who is very calculative, very open to stock market, open to politics, open to business, what's going on in the job market, what's going on in this country, that country, what is the economic condition, all this keeping track of all this latest news and all, but he cannot be successful. That is what Krishna, that is what Narada Muni is giving impression. Therefore, this literature should contain bhakti. Without bhakti, everything is useless. Everything is useless. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us this one. And so we will take up the questions. Hare Krishna Prabhu, even if devotee fall down, even though he gets human body, still is a risky, right? As Maya is strong and guarantee that he will remember to do the bhakti, getting good association. Wow, this is very nice. See, because of your attending classes, you will learn a lot. All your doubt will be clear. That is why. That is Krishna is speaking this one. So this question is asked by the Arjuna also, not by you also only, but Arjuna also asked this question. So Arjuna asked the question that my doubt, this is my doubt of Krishna, just like you have got doubt. I ask you to display completely, but for you, no one is there to display. What is your doubt, sir? What is your doubt? His doubt is that oh Krishna, what is the destination of the unsuccessful transcendentalist who in the beginning takes to the process of self-realization with faith, but who later desists due to worldly mindedness, thus does not attain perfection in mystery? So exact same question Arjuna is asking to Krishna. So Arjuna further is asking that, O mighty I am Krishna, does not such a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from both spiritual and material success, perish like a river, riven cloud with no position in any sphere? So if you would have attended my Bhagavad Gita class, 6th chapter, which is given to section, I have already explained that. Nonetheless, I will explain again. So Krishna is giving the answer. Unsuccessful yogi, after many years of enjoyment of the planet of pious living entity, is born into the family of righteous people or into family of rich aristocracy. Or if unsuccessful, after long practice of yoga, he takes birth in a family of transcendentalists who are surely great in wisdom. Certainly such a birth is rare in the world. On taking such a birth, he revives the divine consciousness of his previous life. He again tries to make further progress in order to achieve complete success, O son of God. See, Krishna here telling, he revives the divine consciousness. He is not falling down by Maya again. Therefore, Krishna says, Salpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahatabhayat. Therefore, Krishna says, Salpam apyasya dharmasya. Little bit of you do, still it is very good. That same question is answered. So thank you very much. If anybody has got question, anything can ask. See how people are not interested in Bhagavatam Katha. We are just repeating the word of Narada Muni, Bhagavatam, Vyasadev, Prabhupada. And they are passing as a devotee. What kind of devotee? If you are near to management, that doesn't mean that you are a good devotee. If you are near to Bhagavatam, you are the good devotee. Always remember this. That will help you in future. If anybody has question, anything. So if no question, then we'll keep it because I have a 5 o'clock, I have a Hindi Bhagavad Gita class and I have to go again 6:30 to 6:30 to temple also. So we will rest of the chapter. We have 40 verses, I think, in this chapter, and rest of the verses is very easy, not easy. I mean, there's some not so much philosophy. what is that rest of the thing is like Narada Muni's previous life is describing about Narada Muni past life, how he was the maid servant, son of maid servant, how he attained the, how he is eating the remnants of the sadhu, and he purified, Lord appeared, then finally Lord, he went back to Godhead, he became Narada Muni. Then he is giving the final advice to Vyasadev. So we will do the two themes in the next session. Thank you very much. Mantra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. All goes to Srilla Prabhupada.